Yeah, yeah. So y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. Power Monday, all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. As we kick off this final week in August, final week in August, final week, final week in August. I hope everybody is good. I hope y'all had a good weekend, and I hope y'all ready to go ahead and power through this week. Next Monday, a lot of us will be off for the holiday Labor Day, which is the last official. Some people consider it to be the last official day in the summer. Well, last unofficial day of the summer, and some people just say it's the last official holiday of the summer. But I guess that's true. I don't know if sneaking those other little what Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah are they still in September? Well, I think they were. But anyway, let's get it popping, man. Listen, today on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about when you see me with my man or my woman, when you see me with my girl. Dot, 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 dot. And the dot, dot, dot is symbolic of how some people are different when they are around their woman or they man. They woman. You know what I mean? We get Midwestern with it. They woman. When I'm with my woman, things a little bit different. Some people go to the extreme and they won't even let you see them or see how they interact with their man or their woman. Like when their man or their woman come around, they make sure that you ain't around. Sometimes it can be because of the threat that they may feel that you pose to them. I mean, insecurity makes you do a whole lot of things, a whole lot of protective things. And when you really think about it, I don't need Aretha Franklin said, like Auntie Riri said, I don't need nobody coming over trying to sit and chit and sit and chit and sit and chit chat with me and my man. Nah, get on the out of here. When my man come home from work, you can't be here when he get here. You know what I mean? He like an empty house when he come through. It could be because he takes me right at the door. He don't even care if the kids are there. Like, yo, kids know they clear out. Daddy get home, he be hard. He be hard. It be hard times when daddy come through the door after a hard day. Well, anyway, like some people don't want you to be around them and their man. And when you really see somebody when they are with their significant other, with the person that they love, or with their love interest, or somebody that they really have their eye on, you see a different version of them. So whereas somebody might act real dominant and controlling and hard and bulletproof when they're around you, they might not want you to see them when they're around their woman or their man, because you see a softer side of them and you see a less dominant side of them. You may even see a side of them that is more geared or reminiscent of somebody who is masochistic. I'm just a masochistic fool, ordinary pain. So sometimes you see that, and people don't really like to see you. I mean, people don't really like to see for you to see them in their more vulnerable state. So I've seen this play out in a lot of different ways. Um, in the Muslim faith, men are not allowed to be men who are not related to the wife of a Muslim male are not allowed to be in the home with the wife of a Muslim if the man isn't home. So I don't care if you come in there to clean up, stop a toilet, stop a leak, put up a light fixture, put on a roof, collect the rent, nothing. And they say that it's a protective measure. Like, this is a way that you can make sure that the carnal desires of men don't cross over, or should I say the negative carnal desires of men don't cross over to put a Muslim's wife or Muslima in danger of another man. So you can't go over a Muslim man's crib if his wife is there alone. It doesn't matter if the kids are there, whatever. Nope, no other man can come there. And you know that there's some male dominance in that type of action right there. There has to be. All throughout the Bible, all throughout the Torah, all throughout the Quran, it's all written by males. And you can tell that it was all written by males because it's all male-centered, and it all is written with the interest of sounding like it's protecting the woman, but definitely directly in the interest of controlling the woman, because there's a lot of jealousy there. You know what I mean? No matter how loyal or loving your woman is to you, you never know if she might have her eye on another man. Plenty of men, and plenty of a man has been blindsided by infidelity on by the woman that they never suspected. So it is what it is. So sometimes, definitely with Muslims, they don't want no other man around their woman. Like, if there's no opportunity for you to see what she really looks like, you know what I mean? You know, some of them Muslims be having a fat ass, but you knew them before they converted. You know them, you seen them. And even if you never seen them, you could tell who's working with what. You could tell who working with the boom and the bow and the boom. Anyway, when you see me with my man or my woman, a lot of people don't want you to see them when they with their man or their woman, or they require you, you know what I mean, to show the utmost respect when you see me with my man or my woman. Like, basically follow my lead. So if me and you basically talk about other women when me and you together, like, you know, me and my mans, we bust it up. We be talking about this chick, that chick, sexual exploits back in the day, yesterday, whatever, however it go. You know, when my girl come around or my wife come around, my fiance or whatever, you know, yo, shut all that down. Matter of fact, don't act like you've ever seen me or known me to be with any other woman other than my girl. Because you know how that go. You know how that go. You have women who understand that a man has been a man all of his life and he has done whatever he has done, and he done sowed his wild oats all of his life. Some women, a lot of women understand that, overstand that, and some women don't seem to get it. Some women are like, well, you know, they can't deal with the fact that their man used to be a hoe back in the day. That he used to slang his dick like hot dice. Like, yo, I was rolling a 7 every day. 7 several times a day. Ha ha! Give me my money, bitches. Well, some women understand that. They may understand that that was a phase that he was going through. Some women can't accept that as a phase. You know, especially if he was still part of that phase when they got together or were together. So, you know, like, a smart man will instruct his man, like, yo, don't be talking about when I used to go with Linda or you know what I mean? Don't talk about none of that stuff back in the day, how we used to be. And if your man don't understand that type of thing, then all right, then I get it. When I'm with my John, my wife, whatever, this nigga can't be around because he don't know what to say out of his mouth. And you gonna have me answering questions tonight that I ain't really want to get into. So, you know, we gonna dead all of that. When I'm with my man or my woman, act like you know what time it is. Don't speak unless spoken to. You know how we do. Don't start running your rap. Wait. Don't start running your rap. Starting the yap. You know what time it is. Understand the haps. Yo, back in the days we did what we did. No more do we talk about that, kid. Well, when we are by ourselves, you know what time it is. When our girl comes around, you know what rhyme it is. Don't be act like you know nothing more than we can share or even up the score. I will be appreciated if you don't act like a hater with a data. So that's what we talk about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. Let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this daily. The Daily Go Getimism Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show, all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feel like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about when I'm with my man or my woman. Yeah, when I'm with my man or my woman. What y'all know, baby? What do y'all know? Well. Sometimes you might be a little different when you with your man or your woman. Sometimes you might be a little different. You might be a little softer. You might be a little harder. Some people hide or shield their man or their woman away from being witnessed by others because they know they doing foul shit. Like, you don't want nobody knowing that you obviously are overbearing towards your woman and you're mad, abusive, and you don't know how to talk to her in no nice way and all that kind of shit. I've known some people that can't even talk to their man or their woman on the phone. They will tell you, listen, I got to take this call, or they'll go in another room if they're not in a position to be able to make that declaration. You know what I mean? But they're not going to let you hear how the conversation goes between them and their man or their woman, because they know it's not going to paint them in a very good light. Now let me make a disclaimer here. This ain't none of our business. Let me make sure that we understand that I understand that it ain't nobody's business what you do or how you are with your man or your woman. However, if you are abusive, it's everybody's business, because that shit affects everybody in the community. So no, it's not okay if you disrespect and beat up on your man or your woman in private. No, that's not just your business. You know what I mean? It's your kids' business, it's both families' business, your neighbor's business. It's the business of the law. It is what it is. But yeah, some people won't allow you to see them when they even, or hear them when they talk to their man or their woman. And some people don't want you to see the fact that, shoot, their man or their woman might had a drop on them. I've known people who were in dominant positions at work. Let's say like a cop. You know how a lot of police officers, you know, they command respect out there on them streets, and they have to. They have to maintain an air of control while they are out there on them streets, or the streets will engulf them and they won't be able to do their job. You can't be walking up on dope boys and stick up kids and going to domestic violence disputes or whatever, and you don't seem like you are brave enough to handle that. Well, anyway, a lot of times they may be the boss when they are at work, but when they go home, or when you hear them talk to their woman on the phone or their man on the phone, you realize, like, oh, Tony Danza is at the crib. Who's the boss, baby? Who's the boss? Who's the boss, baby? Who's the boss, baby? Who? Yeah, they ain't running shit when they at the crib, and they don't want you to hear that shit. Like, yo, Officer James be getting sunned by his wife. Yo, you hear you hear how his wife talk? He had his wife on speaker. He ain't know I was listening. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We stopped off at the Dunkin' Donuts. I went to Dunkin' Donuts, you know what I mean? Get me a little croissant. And one of them little crunchy donuts, shit, some coffee and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming back to the car. Officer James getting chewed out by his wife. That nigga sucker on the phone. I'm like, man, Officer James must have did something to his wife. It ain't go over well. If they ain't close to divorce, shit, they are definitely dominantly together. She is wearing the pants. She was sounding real sadomasochistic to Officer James. That's my man, that's my partner, but god damn, that nigga soft. Listen, man, I wasn't really I didn't know that dudes are real different with they girlfriends and shit, especially when they're younger, until it was shown to me. I remember, like, I'm sure I've told y'all about this before. I know when I was like about 16, 17 years old. 16. I remember when I was 16, and I went, me and my boy, it might have been me and my two boys. We went down. My girl lived down the bottom. She lived down around 38th and Wallace, 38th Mount Vernon down there and all of that. And we went to a crib because she had a girlfriend or two, that they were supposed to, have a talk to my man, while we chill and all that shit. Anyway, when I get around my girl, I'm the same. I was the same as I am with them. I'm still laughing and joking and busting it up and all of that. And when we left, he was like, my man was like, Dad, like, I ain't know you was like that with your girl. Like, I'm thinking that you going, put on the cool act and all of that. And when he said that, I was like, oh. And it let me know something. I didn't know that dudes gotta front the move when they with they chick. And I was like, well, how does she come to which you do she like? Because if you like this around me, what do you like around her? And you know what the funny thing was about this whole thing? The boy turned out to be gay. Go figure. So, yeah, he turned out to be gay later on. He came out of the closet somewhere in his 20s and all of that shit. He never showed no signs of that shit. But come to find out, his mom knew. So, a lot of people are able to really be different around. I guess, look, wow, dudes don't act soft around me. I give them that. I definitely bring out the heart of nigga in niggas. They don't come around me with all of that. If they lip wristed, they don't do that around me. Unless they are what they are for real. So, but yeah, he was like, like when he was basically telling me, like, he didn't know how to receive me, seeing me act normal and the same dude that I was around my girl. I'm poking fun at her and playing with her and all of that kind of shit. And what you think she liked me for? Like, because I was who I was. I didn't know that's how it was supposed to be. Later on, years later, I remember seeing this one dude, and me and him was cool. He wasn't, how somebody really want to be your boy, or they really want to be a friend to you, so they kind of declare themselves a friend to you, and you like, how something ain't really right about somebody. Anyway, I mean, he was alright. We was cool and all of that, but when he would be around his girl, I really ain't want to be around him. Like, he was a straight bitch. Like, when his John came around, he was different. He was different, not in a way that I'm like, oh, you a sucker when your girl come around. Oh, ain't that some shit? And you know what the odd thing about that was? He definitely showed a softer side when his girl was around, but he was I don't want to say he was a woman beater, but if he got his feelings hurt, he would definitely reach out and touch, and he would not hesitate. He'd do that shit with people around, like this nigga. And it's weird when you witness domestic violence between a man and a woman before they get married, and then they actually go and get married. I always thought that was, I don't know, man. I don't think I could live that down if I was on either side. Like, I couldn't imagine me living down embarrassing my woman if I put my hands on her in front of the same friends that witnessed me marry her. I guess for me, it ain't that much working it out in the world. You know what I'm saying? But they did get married. That same boy, and I broke up fights with them, or should I say, had to pull him off of her multiple times. And I was like, well, all right. Oh, yeah. Well, all right. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you this, though. She got him back eventually through infidelity. But they still, shit was wild. It was wild. What's going on, y'all? I'm breaking down to y'all. Care about what's going on. Thanks for coming here. And Stacey White, thanks for coming on through the night. And Mia Cunningham, goddamn, thanks for coming through. And Carol Chamberlain, me 582. And Candace Knight, thanks for coming through. Hope you're feeling all right, man. And Sal Jones, what's going on? How y'all feeling, man? Hope y'all feeling good. All right, let me see what y'all talk about. What y'all think about this show tonight? When you see me with my man or my woman, when you see me with my man or my woman, you fall in line, acts like you know that the sun always shine. All right, Mia Cunningham says, in many religions, it's the woman's fault if a man lusts for her other than like she led him on. So if a man sees a woman, and tries to get after her, it's because she was switching and acting real cat like she was back in that thing. Yeah, I believe it. It's because of her. You're out there acting like a little hoe. It's embarrassing, Tony. It's embarrassing, Tony. She want to shake her ass in front of all these men. When I am here, she disrespecting me. When I'm not around, she got her titties out. Like, she didn't have her titties out, man. She was in full dress. She had her titties showing. Man, she got like 44 double H. Listen, I'm telling you. Her titties only big because she made them big. You mean she got implants? No. She didn't get no fucking implants. What are you talking about, man? What I'm saying is, she got big titties to try to entice men. She got the devil in her. Her titties are haram. Do you know what haram is in Islam? You know, they say her titties are a sin. She got haram breasts. So I can't go to work today because one of the keys put a toy in the toilet. And when the plumber come around, I'm gonna make sure that he don't let no bite. You try to look at my wife haram breasts. She got haram breasts. That's like what's the whole Kwanzaa shit. Harambres! Harambre! Okay, all right. Mia also says, me personally, I don't want other men around if my man isn't there. I don't feel comfortable. He at least has to be in earshot. I could dig that. And she also says, men understand other men as women understand women. Okay. We can get it. I definitely have something to say about that, but it's all good. It's all love. All right. Mia says, me. Okay, wait. Care Bear says, moms and grandmothers have also said, I don't have your little girlfriends around your man. Candy Night. Candy. I think I said Candace before. My bad. What up, Candy Night? Ansel says, don't bring up our past dating roster. Some niggas will do that dumb shit. And you ain't gonna tell me they don't know what they're doing. Care Bear says, I was about to say, it's not my husband unless abusive boundaries have been crossed. It's not my husband unless abusive. Okay. I'm not sure I understand that. Okay. Ansel says, be comfortable around me. Don't mess up a relationship trying to play a role. Okay. Mia says, I would side eye the crap out of anyone I'm dating that act differently when I'm around. Like, who are you? That's right. Harambres. Harambres. She got the haram titty. Your titties are a sin, baby. You got the harambre. And I don't know if she had that. I don't know if she had those harambre when I first met her. I think her titties grew after the second child. Like, you need to tell me that she ain't had she got to a 44 double H after she had kids. Where she start from? I don't know. I never noticed no titties on her before she had children. You ain't noticed that shit? Nah, I ain't never seen no titty. That's not what attracted me to her. You got any old pictures of your wife, like when y'all got married before y'all had kids? I got a couple. You see? Yeah, you're right. They did. They blew up out of nowhere. These titties can't be no bigger than a G. I told you. I told you. She had G cup titties, now they double A titties. What the hell is going on? Okay, but it says, you need your glasses. It says, not my business. Oh, it's not my, is that what it says? Oh, it's not my business unless abusive. Well, I don't need no glasses. I tell you what, though. I said what you said before you even said it. So what you copying off what I wrote. And did you see what I wrote? You ain't even notice what I wrote. You ain't even notice what I wrote. You know what I mean? Y'all killed me with this shit. You ain't even acknowledged what I wrote. You act like you ain't even see what I wrote. I swear. Well, anyway, when you see me and my man, you know what I mean? Comedians use this as a joke. Like, yo, you see me with my girl, just keep on walking. You ain't got to act like you know me if you see me with her. Especially if the same her wasn't the especially if it was a different her than the her that you saw me with last time, huh? When it was a different her. You had to change hers. You had to change. Change. All right. So all right, yo. So like, so what's the general consensus when you are with your man or your woman? Are you, you know, do you invite a bunch of witnesses? And when I say a bunch of witnesses, there are couples who prefer just to be one on one. Like, look, I enjoy when it's me and you. I don't care how many other people are around. When me and you are together, it's just me and you. I block the rest of the world out. And then there are couples who like to invite a lot of people into their world. They might be very social. So they might have a lot of functions over the crib or go to a lot of social functions. They might be that type, and none of this makes this a good couple or a bad couple or whatever. But it's just a preference. So when when you see a couple that are very very sociable, maybe the man has a lot of friends, the woman has a lot of friends, they both have a bunch of mutual friends or whatever. So a lot of you get a lot of surveillance with them and the way they are. You see them interact with each other a lot. And it's funny because even when you see couples that are out in the public eye or very expressive publicly, and you feel like you know them very well to the point where you could tell if they have problems, if they were having problems in their relationship or whatever. It's funny because even when couples are like that, out of nowhere, they either break up or they be talking about a divorce, and you be like, what the fuck? Hmm. There's some couples that are so visual that you think you have a good read on exactly how they are with each other. And you might think that they are the happiest couple that you've ever seen. Next thing you know, they're like, yeah, well, we about to break up. We already separated. I've been staying at my mom's house, or he been sleeping in the guest room or something like. And you're like, damn. I said, damn, which lets you know just because you see what you see with a couple, it doesn't mean that they are always what you see. Shit, I've known some couples to straight rehearse before they go out. They straight get their rehearsal on. They damn near have a script in their hand. Like, all right, when we go here, we ain't gonna talk about this. We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna do this. We ain't gonna do that. It's their choice. Surely, Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Surely, Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, man? Good to see me some you. Yeah, but you never know what a man and a woman are going through or how they really are when nobody else is around. So all you can do is concentrate on what you see when they are around. And what you see when they are around might be exactly what they want you to see. Nothing more, nothing less. Like, you ain't getting no extra info out of them. It happened with my man. I would have said, him and his girl, they got along famously. They got along famously. Like, you know how some people, once they get seriously involved with somebody, all of their friends and their family come second. They be into that relationship. They be into that marriage. Everything else gets cleared. Clear the space. It's like, how like in the movies, like the a sea of people just part ways when somebody is walking down the street or whatever. That's how it is. That's how they are. That's how some people are when they become seriously involved with somebody. Like they pour all of their concentration into that relationship. No matter what anybody says about them, what you won't be able to say about them is that they didn't dedicate themselves to that relationship, that they didn't put the time in, and that that their energies were split in any kind of way. And so, like with my man, that's how it was with him and his wife. They was close. They was close as brothers and sisters before they got married and after they got married, nothing seemed to change. Next thing you know, boom, divorce. I was like, what the fuck? All of a sudden, divorce. Another lesson learned. Another lesson. Another lesson that was taught that, yeah, just because you see what you see when you see somebody with a man or a woman, what you see ain't always what's going on. It doesn't always tell the whole story. Vita B, what's going on, ma? Good to see me, some you. Thanks for coming through. Care Bear says, if one person is extra quiet in front of me, I raise an eyebrow. Okay. All right. And Self says, people jealous of childhood friends, I'm inviting them. You just going to have to. You just going to have hurt feelings. Okay. When you see me and my woman, when you see me and my woman or my man, when you see me and my man's, act like you know. Act like you know. Well, like there are levels to this thing, mad levels, and but everybody might have a different demeanor, or they might have a different business agenda when they are with a man or a woman. But one thing I think is obvious. You can tell. I'm going to say this delicately. Normally, you can tell if a man and a woman are together when they are together. You know what I mean? I think I can tell. Like, you can kind of tell if they are in love with each other, if they honestly enjoy each other. Like, if you see a couple out that when you know one or both of them, you can normally tell if they really like each other. Now, I ain't gonna talk about whether they love each other, but you can tell if they like each other. See, to like somebody, you have to be able to enjoy them. You know what I mean? And you can kind of tell if they enjoy being out with each other, if they are into the same things, or at least are respectful of the different things that they are individually into. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, even if I don't like opera, I can go to the opera with my girl and, you know what I mean, get into it on a level that she's able to enjoy herself and not feel like she just dragged me along. And when I hear people on the internet complaining about, I don't hear them talking about, but they could be complaining about, you know what I mean? I need a date night. Date night. Let's normalize dating. Date night. What happened to date? And I hate the word date night. You know what I mean? I hate the word date night for a couple of reasons. I hate the word date night the same way I hate the word closure. We ain't talk like that before these fucking romantic comedies. The fuck is date night? There ain't no such thing. You and your woman, you and your girl either go places together or y'all don't. Y'all go, you know what I mean, to social functions and whatever, or y'all don't. No fucking date night. And honestly, and I know, listen, y'all women, y'all can get on me about that shit all y'all want. I don't give a fuck. I just don't like the word. Because the word implies that y'all not in agreement. Think about it. The term implies that y'all are not in agreement. It sounds like the only reason you're going out is because she complained that y'all don't go out, or that, whatever. Date night. And you ain't gonna hear that nowhere else except for social media. Ta-da! Because I ain't hear it nowhere else except for social media and the movies and TV. I don't hear that on the street. Like, yeah, we got date night tonight, y'all. What the fuck you talking about? You mean y'all went to Del Frisco's? Yeah. All right. Fucking date night. You say that around people you don't know. Talk like that in front of people you know. Oh shit. Yeah, be careful, Vita. She says he's prepping for a hurricane. Like a hurricane, the way you come. I mean, the way you kill everything that come in your way. You destroy everything. So I can't. Shout out to Jasmine Sullivan. She's the greatest. Let me see. Care Bear says, if a man falls back when he's around his woman, does that mean he's a simp when he falls back? Well, it depends on what you mean by fall. A man is a simp if he allows himself to be dominated. That's all a simp is. It's a man who don't really have a backbone. It's not a man who compromises. Every man has to compromise. But a simp is somebody who will just let his woman basically either walk all over him for some pussy or walk up all over him. Like, a simp is who you want to hear say shit like happy wife, happy life. So you're not concerned with your own happiness, nigga? And it's also implying that she don't make you happy. But she definitely knows how to make you sad, frustrated, or less than happy. So no, I wouldn't say if a man gives way to his woman, he's a simp. And simp is one of those words that are overly used on the internet. They really are. You know what I mean? You got a lot of niggas out here who are submissive to their women calling other niggas simps. And you're not a simp just because, you want your woman to be happy or because you do things that are conducive to her satisfaction and stuff like that. A man is supposed to do that on some levels. But there's a word called reasonable. And so as long as you are within reasonable boundaries, there's nothing wrong with doing anything for anybody. It's when you go beyond reason, like, whoa. I mean, we know what a pimp does. A pimp is definitely dominant and collects all the money. A simp has to give all the money. A pimp collects all the money. Hoes don't get to keep none of the money that they work for. A simp is the other side. He's giving away all the money, whether she made it or he made it or whatever. He leaves with none. So you remember in the beginning of the Jetsons, remember the cartoon, the Jetsons? Remember when George Jetson took out the money to give to his wife, and she took the wallet and left him with the money he was going to give her? Now that was simpy. That was simpy. Yeah, that was simpy. Because that nah, son, nah. All right. Vita says, facts, Omar. With my ex, I didn't even want to sit out at a dinner table because I couldn't stand playing like I liked them. Damn. Damn. Yeah, y'all was definitely in trouble. Wow. Care Bear says, I definitely spoke like that with my ex-husband. We had a bunch of kids and carved out each Wednesday to go do something together. Okay. I know ain't nobody talking like that around me. Like, we going to what? Going to what night? Man, we don't get that bullshit. See, look. Yo, I was just saying. What other people do is what they do. Don't use words like date night around me. Don't use words like closure around me. It's not going to go well. Closure. We're done. Oh, you fucking explanation on the exit? Fuck out of here. What you think we breaking up for? So I can explain? You only look for closure when you're trying to stay together. Yeah, y'all can deny that all y'all want. I don't give a fuck. I only need closure if I'm trying to stay together. This is like my last stand. Let's get like one, like, do you still care? Do you still care? Listen to my heartbeat. If you still care. Okay, all right. I'm about to start sounding mean. I don't give a fuck though. My girl ain't around. Anyway, V2B says we once went to the circus with the kids, a place where you supposed to have fun. It felt like we were. God damn! Woo! Trouble! I got so much trouble on my mind. Woo! Yeah, that's deep. That's deep, deep. Sir Quarterman. All right. And so says date night for parents that want to get away for a couple of hours. Don't have that, doesn't, never heard of it. Because I don't know what a date night is. Care Bear says I couldn't stand the opening of the Jets. They was trying to sell you that shit. They was selling it hard. They were selling it hard. Hey, it is. Hey, look, man. When you see me with my woman or my man, act like you know, pretend you understand. We are together, a force one, but we are two. And that means it can't be around you the same way that we are together. We go out and we do that shit. And then the weather together is how we stand. There's no other choices. We make sure we love each other, rejoice. When we are linked together just like a chain, there is no weak link. Our shit don't stink. When we are a force of one, we make sure that we get the job done and have fun. You might not be able to get into it because you and your man are not fluid, but just respect the link that we have. And just know that when you see us up on the app, we are making sure that we shine like stars. And you ain't going to catch me and her up in no bar. Hi. As we get ready to wind down. I mean, listen, make sure that y'all understand that it's okay to be however you are when you are with your man or your woman. But the title of this show is called When You See Me with My Man or My Woman. So this is not about what y'all do when y'all by yourselves. This is how y'all are when other people have their eyes on you. So whatever you do behind closed doors or in the privacy of your own domicile is definitely your business and yours alone. But when you come out, the same way that you may have expectations of how people are going to interact with you, it's going to be necessary that you conduct yourself in a certain type of way. Well, whether you decide to conduct yourself a certain kind of way or not is irrelevant. Just know that the camera is always on you. And you may not care about what people have to say about you, but you can best believe somebody, if they saw you, then they said something. When people see something, they say something. You might not be around to hear what they said, but something gonna get said. You know what I mean? I knew this one dude, and his girl used to chew his ass out. His wife, that wasn't even his girl. And that was a crazy situation because while other people were around, she would act like everything was cool, whatever. But if any other woman showed him any attention, all they had to do was know him. When they got back to the crib, she was giving him the business. Oh yeah, that bitch all up on you. But like she didn't even give the nigga a hug. She just acknowledged him. Hey Dave, how you doing? Oh, that's your wife. Hey, how you doing? My name is Rita, and I just did a drug with geek over here. And she'd be like, yeah. It would be all good, like, oh yeah, hey, nice to meet you, blah 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 blah. When they got back to the crib, she was hell on earth. Now, mind you, she was a Scorpio. I don't know if y'all know, but I know. So she switched and gave him all of the hoofed feet, the pointed tail, and the horns when he got back to the crib. And he knew it was coming too. Like that nigga would damn near be like this. Like, oh, because he knew when he got to the crib, she was going to give him the business. He loved the shit out of his wife, though. And he didn't cheat on his wife. That's what I thought was the illest. If he cheated on his wife, he did it. He sure did it away from the areas that we was around. That nigga act like he was too scared to cheat. And it ain't like he wasn't never encouraged by anybody else or influenced, but he didn't do it. And I used to be wanting to tell her, but I ain't like his wife. I was like, yo, man. It's one thing for your wife to treat you like something, but when you think that you can treat the people that your man knows, like involve them in, nah, no. Like nigga like me, I'm like, listen, I'm trying to give your wife the utmost respect, but I think you should tell her to stop asking questions. She's crossing boundaries. Real shit. I pulled up to get the bull before, and I had a girl in the car because we was going to a show. This was when I was doing stand up. So he needed a ride. He didn't drive. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna come pick you up. Blah 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 blah. And I shorty in the front seat. I'm like, jump in the back. I got there. His wife pulled up beside my car. Looks in my window, and she was like, "That girl with you?" I looked at her like, "Where you see her sitting at? You see her in another car?" Literally like that, like, yo, don't come on. Look. He couldn't even go to the show that night. Oh, so we had to make excuses to the promoter and all of that kind of shit. I was like, man, he was like, all right. He was like, yo, son, you just go ahead, man. I was like, what you mean? Like, we getting paid for this. He was like, he couldn't go. You know, like how a child thought, like a teenager, thought they was going to be able to go to this party on Saturday night, Friday night, and they couldn't go. He couldn't go. He couldn't go. But I straight told, I said, yo, don't ask me who and you see somebody in my car, then they're in my car because they supposed to be. You don't worry about who it is. I ain't tell her who it was. Like, you don't fucking question me. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody woman. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody wife, but the fuck out of here. I ain't your man. He like that nigga like alphabet soup. I'm like motherfucking stew. Like, anyway, let me see. Vita says Scorpios can get crazy. My daughter's father is a Scorpio, but he did me like that. I would stay natural in public because he knew a lot of people. It was okay for him to cheat, to chat it up with women, but Mia says she was doing the most. That's some insecure shit. No, it was more than insecurity with her. It really was. Like, I ain't gonna get into all of that, and she was dirty. She was filthy. I ain't saying she stunk or worked in unsanitary conditions, but just know she was dirty. So I'm thinking like the fucking nerve. But hey, you want to talk about, when you see me with my woman, remember when I was talking earlier about how some men are real dominant out there in the world, but you hear them talk to their woman and they woman, you almost think the woman got a gun to their head. That's how he was. He would be like, yes, this is over the phone. Yes. No, I didn't mean, I wasn't yelling at you, baby. I was just, you fucking bitch. Like, yo, niggas, your niggas shouldn't hear you talk like this, dog. I'll never forget the old head. Our old head sat the boy down because he couldn't take it. He was like, he told the boy. Now, this is our old head, but this is not our old head from back in the day. We only knew each other. We all only knew each other because of comedy. Not no long ass time or nothing like that. We ain't from around the way or nothing like that. So for an old head to tell you about what your woman is doing, and he ain't pull no punches. And you know why he ain't pull no punches? Because he was a Virgo. So he told this motherfucker, he told him what it was. And I was I'm sitting there listening to the conversation and how the old head I was just like, the way he started the conversation. This nigga said, listen, your wife is fucking. He ain't say, I suspect that you know what I mean? He said your wife is fucking. So you got to make a decision about how you going to handle this. You either got to be all right with that, or, you got to fight the power. But you can't be letting her, do this to you. You can't even go on stage because she messing up your head before you. Nasty. Yeah, ask, was she cheating? Most people that cheat act crazy like that. I didn't see her cheat. All right, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious. August 28th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-C. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-C. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-C. They get number one out the box. Goldalina Smith. Goldalina Smith turning 47 years old today. And Kanika Force turning 36 years old today. And Tiffany Hayes, happy birthday to you. And Fran Happiness, happy birthday to you. And Kalista Okola turning 45 years old today. And Alberta Jones Jackson turning 71 years old today. And Viola Cox, happy birthday to you. And Rosalind Comager McKinnon, happy birthday to you. And Hazel Rowe, happy birthday to you. And Sean Ayers up there. You know, Sean Ayers is an interesting person. Living in Chicago, and she got this limo. She has a limo service, and the limo is real fly. She be posting pictures of the parties that they be having, that she be renting. The people who be renting her limo. That shit crazy. Happy birthday to you, Sean. And also, she's a go-getter. And Michael Johnson turning 55 years old today. And Daryl Carr, happy birthday to you. And my girl from around the way, G-Town Stand Up, Connie Bynum Key. And my cousin Warnell Wright turning 63 years old today. And last but not least, Jonathan Richardson turning 57 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious August 28th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and all the when you see me with my man or my woman, when you see me with my man or my woman, our business is our business, but when we out there, our business is everybody's business, and whether it's the business. You can act private, you can act public, but whatever you do, the camera's on you. They can see you and they talking. You might not like it, but if you let them see you, and then you gotta let them talk. Everything is gonna be all right, whether you are New York or LA. You know how y'all play. And where y'all stay is really up to you both. But just understand that the song that you wrote is going to be sung by other people. They changing lyrics, and sometimes you might not like the music, don't want to hear it. But yo, we're going to be back tomorrow for another Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show. I want to thank y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. So. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. Make sure y'all come through tomorrow. You know what I mean? So look, Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Yeah, on the other side, my boobers. Yeah, on the other side, my boobers. Peace.